Welcome back to another episode of NXT, and we are kicking it off with a continuation of the championship tournament. We've got Shane Thorne. Nick Miller was released back at Tribute to the Troops. Shane Thorne made his solo debut at Tribute in an Intercontinental Championship match and did really well in it. However, there's just no current space on the Raw roster for him at the moment. So he's come down to NXT and Adam Pacitti has gifted him this opportunity in the tournament. And Shane Thorne's opponent, another man that was in the Battle Royals to begin with, leader of the Panda Farm, Sammy Guevara, who made his AEW debut at Double or Nothing on the pre-show against Kip Sabian in a really good match. He's being given the opportunity here in NXT to advance forward and maybe become champion. Here we go. So this match kicks off. One of the more lower tier matches. Neither of these men you would expect to hold a championship. At least I don't think. They've not really been built up at all. Guevara only recently making his debut. Thorne, former tag champion with Nick Miller. On both Raw and SmackDown, they were the first tag team to hold both belts on both brands, basically. So, the first tag team to hold both the Raw and SmackDown tag championships. And he's also a former Intercontinental champion from last year, where in the build-up to Survivor Series, him and Nick Miller had a great match. He beat Bobby Roode at Halloween Havoc during an open challenge. Nobody really expected Shane Thorne to topple Bobby Roode. Not while Bobby Roode was in the run of his career, but it happened. Oh my god, there's an inverted Rana to Sammy Guevara. And now as Shane Thorne shows off with that arrogance, Sammy Guevara topples him on top of that turnbuckle there. But then Shane Thorne with that neckbreaker reversal, Guevara keeps straight back up, hit him with a thunderous clothesline from hell. But a quick kick out there from Shane Thorne. I think these two men are desperate to leave an impression. Guevara could also go over into the Super Junior division. Thorne not able to. Kick out there at 2. And then a nice reversal there as Guevara tries to take down the weak leg of Shane Thorne, the leg that has caused multiple injuries in the past. And now Guevara lifting up Shane Thorne. Oh my god, into a torture rack backstabber. Thorne tried to roll out of the ring, but Guevara not letting him. Thorne lives by the motto of the mighty won't kneel, or the mighty does not kneel. He might not have a choice by the time this is over. A nice fisherman suplex there. But Guevara goes for a springboard. Thorne moving out the way. Roundhouse kick. And now Thorne's back on top of this. He's had to use his power against the much quicker Guevara. And now he's got him in a camel clutch position. Maybe trying to make him submit, but it doesn't look like it's any good. Thorne managing to break that grip. Hooking the legs of Guevara. And now lifting him into a fireman's carry. Oh my god, another roundhouse kick. A barrage of brutal kicks to the head of Guevara. And now one to the gut. Lifting him up into that powerbomb position. Will he get him higher? He will. There it is. It's what he won the Intercontinental Championship with. Oh, but Guevara kicks out at 2. Not enough. Not enough. Shane Thorne is going to have to pull something else out of the bag in order to put Guevara away. And he might be setting up to do so now. Another kick to the gut. Oh my god, a single knee facebuster. Guevara looks like he's out. And there we go, Shane Thorne advances to the next round. So now we have the first tag team match of NXT's new era. And we've got a team that we know very well, Mustache Mountain from Raw. We're going to have a Raw team and a SmackDown team going head to head. Now, NXT will have tag team champions. And they will compete at Survivor Series in the brand versus brand tag match. So it will be the Raw Tag Champions versus the SmackDown Tag Champions versus the NXT Tag Champions in triple threat tag action. But first we need to crown some tag champions. So Adam Pacitti is sort of having a little bit of a dabble in the tag divisions and picking out some teams, putting them against each other to see if he can come up with a championship match in the future. And a man that we've not seen in a tag team before, Shinsuke Nakamura. But he's not here alone. A new debut, also signed to SmackDown, Kota Ibushi. Shinsuke Nakamura and Kota Ibushi form the tag team Dynasty to take on Mustache Mountain. Tyler Bate, Shinsuke Nakamura, both in the main event picture of their respective brands. We don't know whether Shinsuke Nakamura is going to make it to Elimination Chamber. He's not had a qualifying match just yet for it. We don't know what Paul Heyman has in mind, but Tyler Bate has had his qualifying match. He beat Ricochet just before the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and earned himself a spot inside that Universal Championship chamber match. I almost said changer match. And now tag being made to Trent Seven. Tyler Bate needs to stay relatively fresh over the next few weeks so that he can enter that chamber match at peak health, peak performance, I guess. But now Trent Seven, with a bummed chin in the corner. We've not seen that in a very long time. And this is, of course, the brand where Trevor made his name. Very, very dominant champion here. First champion of this season when he defeated Kalisto. No, that weren't this season. That was last season. At some point, that's all we'll say is at some point. It was last season. It was last season. He powerbombed Kalisto with a brutal Trevor bomb. And now he's looking to take on Shinsuke Nakamura in a dream match we never knew we needed. As Nakamura tries to make the tag. But Trevor with the elbow shot. Kota Ibushi gets tagged in. First tag action, first action in general for Ibushi. With a springboard senton there to Trent Seven. Fans may be wondering what drove Kota Ibushi and Shinsuke Nakamura to team together in the Tag Team Dynasty. And that is because Kota Ibushi and Nakamura have great respect for each other over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. After the amazing performance they put on when fighting each other, they retained respect for each other. And when Shinsuke Nakamura was offered the opportunity to be in the tag division, obviously the one man he thought of was Kota Ibushi, his greatest rival. Backhand there by Nakamura to Tyler Bate, followed up by a German suplex. Mustache Mountain not being very offensive in this match. Tyler Bate tried to preserve his strength and his health, but he's been unable to make the tag recently. There's a wheel kick though, he might be able to. He needs to stop the offense on Nakamura and focus on getting that tag. British Strong Style being the helm of the Raw brand for the past year now, as Pete Dunne approaches his year-long title reign with the Universal Championship. These two men have held tag gold previously. Could he be setting up for that? Oh my god, there's a German suplex. He's kept it locked in. He's going for it. There's the 7-star lariat. Knocking down Nakamura. 1, 2. And Nakamura kicks out at 2. And now, speaking of Shin, tag to Shinsuke. Bicycle knee. And now, oh my god. That assisted moonsault. Another barrage of attacks on Trevor, and Dynasty pick up a win over Mustache Mountain. And now tonight's main event. The final match in the first round, we've got Kyle O'Reilly from the Undisputed Era taking on Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling. And Kyle's opponent, the man himself, Johnny Gargano, currently signed to the Raw brand. But again, there's no space for him at the moment in the booking, so Adam Pacitti has swiped him up. Here we go, final match of the night, and Johnny Gargano has tangled with the Undisputed Era in the past. Took on Adam Cole, defeated Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano have both had the opportunity to take on Pete Dunne in the past for the Universal Championship. Johnny Gargano took on Pete Dunne last year at TLC, and Kyle O'Reilly very recently at Rebellion. Both were undefeated. What were they? They were they didn't do it. They didn't fucking win, okay? I'm trying to think of the word. I couldn't think of the word. They were undefeated. They were undefeated, sure. Gargano almost won. And now Bobby Fish at ringside yelling at Gargano, just yelling profanities and insults. And now Tiger Suplex from O'Reilly to Gargano across the ring. Quick kick out though by Gargano, who last time we saw him was competing at SummerSlam. He won a qualifying match to get into the Super Junior match that opened up the SummerSlam card. At least before he came to NXT, of course. Before we saw him in this match, we saw him in the Battle Royal a few weeks back. Gargano actually found quite a lot of success with his tag partner Tommaso Ciampa, who's currently out with an injury. There's another Tiger Suplex into the LED board, the base of the LED. Kyle O'Reilly didn't get all of the offense he wanted there, but he got some, and that's all that matters. There's a springboard dropkick, but the referee gets taken out in the process. I don't think that's what Gargano was looking for, but it's now what he's got to deal with, as Kyle O'Reilly looks to take control of this unfortunate collision that has taken place. And now Gargano setting up for the super kick, looking to end this very early. There it is, he's hit it, middle of the ring. 1, 2, but O'Reilly kicks out at 2. Not going to be that easy to put away Kyle O'Reilly in this main event match. Super kick from Gargano, knocking O'Reilly back down. This back and forth, but O'Reilly with that brutal kick to the gut, getting all pumped up with adrenaline now. And now Gargano with the offense, taking down O'Reilly with the clotheslines. There's the Gargano kick into the corner. And now setting up for that lawn dart to the middle turnbuckle. Will he hit it? And he does, driving the head of O'Reilly. Both of these men, the referee getting distracted by Fish on the outside, Fish and Strong, as Johnny Gargano sets up Kyle O'Reilly for what could be the end. There's another super kick. And now Gargano going to the corner. Here we go. A second one might be enough to put him away. O'Reilly with a reversal though. Punch to the face, and now, oh my god, that Regal Plex. 1, 2. And O'Reilly with a massive upset win against Gargano. I don't think anybody was expecting O'Reilly to win this match. But he has put Gargano away with that Regal Plex, that snap Regal Plex, finished Gargano off. And now Gargano has to take a walk of shame to the back area as a member of Undisputed Era advances in this NXT Championship tournament. And now moving on to the next singles match of the night. We've got some tag action a little bit later on, but we're going to continue the first round tournament. Mike Kanellis, with his wife Maria, will be taking on former North American champion Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, accompanied by Titus O'Neil and Dana Brooke, Titus Worldwide. Dana Brooke been very unsuccessful as of late. Not able to return to her former glory. Maybe Apollo Crews will be able to capture gold yet again. So here we go, Mike Kanellis, Apollo Crews with plenty of backup at ringside there, with Titus Worldwide and Maria Kanellis, as Mike takes on Apollo in a technical bout, which I don't think is going to end well for him, as Apollo reverses leverage there. But Mike managing to roll out of things, lifted up into a suplex position, but manages to wriggle out of it very early on here, dumping Apollo right on the back of his neck with that back suplex. And now Mike Kanellis looks like he's going to regret showing off a little bit there. Should have focused a little bit more on grounding Apollo, which, oh my god, it looks like he's going to now work on pummeling the back and gut of Apollo Crews. And now Mike Kanellis looking to wear down Apollo with the knee to the back and that camel clutch locked in, that chin lock, dodging out the way of one of Apollo's clotheslines and now locking it back in, determined to wear down Apollo Crews, trying to get him to use up all of his energy, whether it's by flying clotheslines or struggling against a submission hold. Stiff forearm there, kick to the gut again, as Mike Kanellis goes on a very violent offense against former North American champion. Quick punch to the face, and now, oh my god, a spike DDT, draping Apollo's body over that middle rope. I don't know whether bringing Titus Worldwide out here has actually benefited Apollo Crews in any way. They seem to just be making noises and over-the-top faces. And I look at Mike Kanellis stomping on the gut of Apollo Crews, who has been distracted a couple of times now by Maria, giving Mike Kanellis the edge. But now he managed to get a quick jab in there. Oh my god, lifting him around. There it is. There's that crossroads. That rolling cutter that Mike Kanellis usually likes to use. That's how it's done, Apollo. And now lifting him up into a fireman's carry. Could be looking for that Samoan driver. There it is. But Titus Worldwide distracting the referee. Could have cost Mike Kanellis the match. As now Kanellis releases his rage onto Titus O'Neil. And there's Kanellis with a roll-up, looking to steal this from Apollo. Apollo manages to kick out at 2. And there's Kanellis blowing Apollo a kiss. Oh my god, before delivering a big boot to Apollo Crews. Mike Kanellis has been on fire during this match. He didn't win his matches over on Raw, though. He did put in a really good showing in a Fatal 4-Way elimination match, but was ultimately dispatched of by Killian Dane. There's an arm drag there by Apollo. Reversal though by Kanellis. This back and forth again, lifting him up. Could be going for that Samoan driver. Oh, discus punch from the fireman's carry position. Certainly not what we were expecting there. Getting all fired up with some adrenaline. There's a roll-up, a victory roll-up. And Apollo is just kind of sat there. Okay, well, this match is restarting. I apologise. What the fuck? Oh, fucking hell. Roll up there by Kanellis again. Roll-ups didn't fare well last time, but quick kick out there by Apollo, who is still struggling to get on top of this match, but quick punch there by Apollo, and then a mounted takedown, just pummeling Mike Kanellis' face, and now a victory roll-up of his own, 1, just a quick kick out there from Apollo Crews. Clothesline from hell, thunderous as it knocks down Apollo Crews. And now the beatdown continues. Kanellis looks to be setting up. Oh! Super kick to the back of the head. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was brutal. Northern Lights bomb. 1, 2, and Dana Brooke breaks up the pin. Of course she does. And Kanellis with another roll up on Apollo Crews. 1, 2, come on! Apollo with a burst of energy dodging the forearm there and just shoving back Kanellis. Oh my god, he's lamped him with a 360 haymaker right to the face. Just knocking Apollo on his backside. There's a DDT. Both of these men putting in a way better match than I expected them to. There's a super kick. And this has got to be the end. This has to be it. Lifting him up, going for that Samoan driver. There it is. Referee 1, 2. There we go. Mike Kanellis advances to the second round. Mike Kanellis picks up a very, very well needed win against Apollo Crews there. Maria absolutely ecstatic that her husband is moving to the second round.